Stop. If you pray 8 rakats in Tarawih, do you feel a quiet fear that you are missing something? If you pray 20, do you ever wonder, what if I am adding more than I should? This question hits people hard in Ramadan, because nobody wants to stand at night for Allah and still feel unsure. Here is the part most people miss. This is not a fight between right and wrong. This is a story of how the first Muslims protected worship, made it easier, and kept the heart of Ramadan alive. Tarawih is the Ramadan night prayer. It is part of Qiyam. It is not a fixed required number like the daily prayers. The goal is standing for Allah with faith and hoping for His reward. So why do people say 8? Because Aisha, may Allah be pleased with her, described the night prayer of the Prophet ﷺ. She said he did not usually pray more than 11 rakats in Ramadan or outside Ramadan. That count includes witr. So many Muslims understand this as 8 rakats, then 3 witr. That is why the 8 rakat view feels personal and close. It is tied to how the Prophet ﷺ prayed at night, with long, calm recitation and deep focus. Now, why do people say 20? Because the Prophet ﷺ also led night prayer in the masjid for a few nights, and the people followed him. Then he stopped leading it publicly. Not because it was bad, but because he feared it could become mandatory on the community. That was mercy, not rejection. After the Prophet ﷺ passed away, that fear of it becoming an obligation was no longer the same. During the time of Umar ibn al-Khattab, the people were praying in scattered groups in the masjid. Umar saw it and gathered them behind one imam, so the prayer would be united and easier for everyone. From there, the practice of 20 in congregation became widely known. Many scholars accepted it because it came from the early community and it served a clear purpose. More rakats, but often with shorter recitation, so more people could stand without collapsing from fatigue. So who is right? Both have roots in the earliest generations. Both have evidence. Both have been practiced for a very long time, and neither side is supposed to turn the masjid into a battlefield. Here is something else that quietly confuses people. Counting is not the same everywhere. Some people include witr in the total, some count it separately. 2 people can pray almost the same way but call it different numbers. Now pause, because this is where the real mistake happens. The mistake is not 8, the mistake is not 20. The mistake is when Ramadan turns into a score. When we start using rakats to measure people instead of using rakats to soften ourselves. You can pray 8 and rush like you are running late. You can pray 20 and your mind is still on your phone, your work, your drama, your anger. And you can pray fewer than both because you are weak, sick, or exhausted, but your heart is honest and your eyes are heavy with hope. So what should you do in real life? If you pray in a masjid, follow the imam and keep unity. If the masjid does 8, pray 8 with them. If it does 20, pray 20 with them as much as you can. The reward of standing with the imam until he finishes is huge. If you pray at home, choose what you can do with focus. If 8 helps you be present, do 8. If 20 helps you stay in worship longer, do 20. And if you can only do a few, do them with sincerity and keep going the next night. Do not let this issue steal your Ramadan. Shaitan loves when worship becomes arguments. He loves when you stop standing because you are busy judging. Ask yourself one question tonight. When you stand for Tarawih, are you standing in front of Allah or are you just finishing a number? Because on the Day of Judgment, the question will not be, was it 8 or 20? The question will be, was your heart awake when your body stood? If this cleared your confusion, share it with someone who is stressed about this right now. And if you want more simple Ramadan answers like this, subscribe. People count rakats. Allah accepts hearts.